Just on the outside looking in, San Jose is hoping for either Austin or Houston to slip up tonight, opening the door for a top 8 finish. But will Washington stop their final push before it starts? Austin welcomes Florida tonight, an improved team from out east, but one disappointed at their official elimination. Will the Sharks spoil the party, or will they play like their party is over? And a war in the Southwest Division of epic proportions. Will the Desperados keep their miracle run going, or will Houston get the ovens refired for some more home cooking? We'll watch it all tonight in the Virtual Zone. Week 16 continues right here on VFN. Sit back and enjoy the glory of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL action starts now, and we're actually going to mix things up and start our audio in Houston. That is the biggest game of the night as we kick off from California and a pair of Texas matchups. Austin, El Paso, Houston, all in action with the Southwest Division on the line as Phoenix, who played earlier this week and got the win, improving to 7-8, is now sitting at home and watching to see how this all unfolds. Maybe one team is at 8-7, maybe 2 teams are at 8-7, maybe no teams are at 8-7 in the Southwest Division when it's all said and done tonight. I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. Welcome to the program. We've got horizontal Yugos going. We're hoping that our power will stay on all night after the Monday delay, and 2 primetime games tonight. A special for you as Salt Lake goes for the #1 seed. Dakota tries to keep pace with the Hornets in the West. Those are 2 division winners who are just fighting for seeding, along with Miami. Miami at Dakota tonight. Miami is 9-5. They are just fighting for top 4 seeding right now. Dangerous ball from Nate Hall to the sideline is incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd down for San Jose. Plenty of playoff scenarios and situations to get to, and we will do that throughout the program tonight. Let's pull up the updated playoff standings here for you just to set the stage. San Jose is your first team in the hunt in the Western Conference. Phoenix and Portland both 7-8, hoping for Austin and Houston and San Jose for that matter to potentially lose tonight, as that pass is hauled in on a 3rd down and 12 from Jesse Long, and then Derek Culberson over the middle for San Jose as a 1st down, picking up 16 yards and moving the chains. 3rd down and 5 for Ronnie Shanahan and the Houston Herd. They'll fire it down to the bottom of the screen. That is pass intended for Millsap. Shanahan starts 0 for 2. Houston will have to punt the football away. First down for Austin at the 43-yard line. The handoff goes to Mike Woodstone. Not much there. Florida at 5-9 cannot make the playoffs in the East, but have certainly been playing some of their best football of late. They will be no slouch. They're 4.5-point dogs in Austin. Washington, a 5.5-point dog in San Jose. That team is also eliminated from the playoffs and ready for the rebuild. Houston, slim favorites. They did lose to El Paso on the road, but we mentioned the home cooking in the early part of the show. Houston has been playing a great football at home. As a dangerous ball there from Austin is complete. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Houston, in their last 3 home games, have wins over Tennessee, Montana, and Austin. A 32-10 drubbing of the Lone Stars recently. That is San Jose getting down to the Washington 29-yard line. Skippy with the $1.99 super chat saying more nice things about Salt Lake. Well, not only are the Hornets 12-2 and the best record in the league, but after tonight, they could be a full 2 games up on the rest of the competition, not just in the West, but in the entire league. Certainly right now, the UFL title favorites, and they are the big dogs in the West, certainly, as Jesse Long drops to throw on a 3rd down and 10 for Austin. That pass is knocked up in the air and incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down for the Lone Stars. Pass was intended for Nico Rightway, and Austin will have to punt the football. Nate Hall going to take off and run. San Jose is inside the 30. He holds on to it at the 27-yard line. Let's go to El Paso for a 3rd down and 9 at the 30 as the Desperados on their opening drive try to stay on the field. This is Elliot Pope Jr. taking a shot to Herrera. Oh, Herrera just kicked that man in the face and walked in for a touchdown. Jordan Herrera beat 2 defenders. He's usually the one running go routes down the sideline, but this one was something magical. And whack on the second defender as Herrera gets all the way into the end zone, and El Paso has our first touchdown of the day. Over the top of the defense, and then Jordan kind of drags both defenders with them about 5 yards. Herrera with the early fireworks. That is touchdown number 6 on the season. I'm surprised he does not have more in his 11th start. A 51-pluser for El Paso, and they take a 7-0 lead on top of the Houston Herd. What a start. As we get your updated numbers on the screen. Devon Simeon in the chat. Deep ball's been our Achilles all season, or our Achilles heel all season long. And what a start there. All right, let's go to San Jose, where the Outlaws are in the red zone. A 2nd down and 9 for San Jose. They have had the ball for almost 5 minutes here to start the first quarter, and Nate Hall is dropping back to throw, and he is going to be sacked all the way back to the 21-yard line. Actually drags San Jose out of the red zone area. And 3rd and very long coming up for the Outlaws. Florida's opening possession after getting Austin off the field has Sauce K with his 4th carry for 25 yards up to the 26-yard line. For El Paso tonight, they are 6-8, but they still have a scenario in which they can win the division, but they would have to win tonight. If they lose tonight, they would go to 6-9, and Houston would go to 8-7. Essentially locking El Paso out of a division title regardless of what Austin does. Now, if Austin and Houston both win, then there will be 8 teams with 8 wins in the West, meaning that 6-9 El Paso would not be enough in the final week of the regular season. So this game means everything to El Paso, and so far they are playing like it, forcing Houston into a 3rd down and 2 at the 33-yard line. San Jose is going to end up having to take a field goal there, so we go back to Houston. Florida on 4th and inches will punt. This is a 27-yard field goal for the Outlaws. That is a 1st down for DJ Simeon and the Herd.
Let's go, baby.
Good block on the outside there for Houston. Pick up the 1st down in their black-orange-black combo today. Rene Leon trying to stretch that block out.
Here we go.
Jesse still waiting to not lead the league in interceptions. The stats updated through the previous week across the UFL, and that old interception category. Mac Chima's close. BK Solberg's close, Jesse. And a couple more weeks to brush that off your resume. San Jose gets a field goal on their opening drive. Austin is going to pick up 3 on that carry. Another 3rd down coming up for Houston at their own 47-yard line. The Herd have won 3 in a row at home. They have lost 3 in a row on the road. So winning the division, getting a first-round home playoff game would be monumental for Houston, at least as of late. That pass is caught by Rene Leon for the 1st down for Houston. 2 of 4 for 17 yards so far for Shanahan. That's Leon's first catch for 13. And Houston has moved the ball across the 50 to the El Paso 41-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter in Austin. Scoreless there as the Lone Stars try to get across the 50. Long drop and a throw on 1st and 10. Fires it out to Woodstone, who breaks a tackle, shakes another out of the backfield, and picking up a 1st down to the Florida 45-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant. 50, Mike 50, go.
7.5 to go in the first in Houston. Ronnie Shanahan will hand the ball off to Simeon inside. Not much room there. 3rd down and 5 for Washington coming up. Trailing 3-0. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. TJ Stevens rockets one to the sideline, and a big hit in the secondary will stall a Washington drive. Isaiah Moody was the intended target. Mike Woodstone with another catch out of the backfield, his second already today for an Austin first down. I like Austin getting Woodstone involved in the passing game. Simeon blown up in the backfield. A fast start for El Paso today. Screen pass for Austin. Gets a couple. Actually, they say he didn't get anything. El Paso, winners of 4 of their last 5, 5 of their last 7. Their only loss since the beginning of June was a 5-point loss to Motor City, who has been on a tear, beating St. Louis and Chicago in that miracle finish on game night. That pass is caught down to the 8-yard line for Grady and Austin, and then Leon has another catch as Branch goes down the sideline for San Jose for the first down. So 3 explosive plays through the air across the league. And that was just a little tight end flat throw. Nobody on Branch. Austin's in the red zone down to the 8-yard line. Hand off to Woodstone. Running left down to the 5. Houston again goes the fake jet, and they've run that a few times here in the early going, and El Paso is not fooled. Winter came in the backfield. 2nd down and 13. Jesse Long, 2nd and goal at the 5, back of the end zone, and could not haul it in. That pass intended for Angel Maldonado, now 3rd and goal for Austin. Nate Hall on a little slant to Jake Riley, up past the 30. This outside to Leon, and he is wrapped up in the backfield as well. A loss of 3 again. 3rd and goal for Jesse Long. That pass is deflected, and Florida gets the stop. You like the ball placement there for Leon because he's moving forward, but El Paso all over it. Reads it well. That's Allen Wood, the star of this Desperado defense. So now 3rd down and 16 at the El Paso 31-yard line for Houston. Ronnie Shanahan, deep shot, and he way overthrew his intended target. It's going to be a 22-yard field goal as Nate Hall's pass is caught by Riley. 22-yard field goal for Austin is good, and it's 3-0 Lone Stars. I don't know what Shanahan was thinking about on that play, but it'll result in a 48-yard field goal for Houston. So the field goals are out and about quickly here today on game night. That kick is good. And it's 7-3 Desperados. All right, let's go to San Jose, our lone team in the red zone now at the 4-yard line of Washington. 2:38 to go in the first. They fake the handoff to Culberson, which wouldn't have worked anyway, and then Hall is sacked. Benjamin with the 8-yard sack loss, back to the 12. That's the 2nd sack for Washington in the red zone. Shout-outs to Memphis Killjoy, Robert Henson, Ronnie Shanahan, Jesse Fritz, Damon Simeon, many others in the chat. Skippy with the earlier super chat. 2nd and goal at the 12. 2:08 to go in the first quarter for San Jose. Trying to extend their 3-0 lead. Hall to Culberson out of the backfield, a little bit off target. Only got a couple. 3rd and goal coming up. Wow, 0 numbers so far in the first 6. That's brutal.
60 or
56.
3rd down and goal at the 10-yard line. This is Nate Hall looking for the end zone for the first time today and takes another red zone sack. There goes Elliott Pope Jr. for the first down to the 46-yard line. He gashed Houston with his legs the last meeting. That is his first run of the day for 19 yards. As Sasuke will give Florida a more third and manageable. "43 of you watching Game Night as we race to the playoffs. And what a postseason it's going to be as El Paso has another first down to the Houston 42-yard line. The Desperados are all over Houston early. That's a 31-yard field goal for San Jose. And that gives the Outlaws a 6-0 lead. Elliott Pope 3 of 4 for 85 yards and a touchdown so far. As Austin forces the punt, the defense of the Lone Stars has come to play here in the first quarter. Elliott Pope, play action, and Houston's all over it. That's a sack for Hughes in the backfield. That's what the Herd need more of today against the much improved Desperados. Let's go to Austin for their fresh set of downs as the first quarter winds down. Jesse Long fires an out route to the Washington sideline for a first down to the 39. 9 of 13 is Long. 105 yards for this Austin offense. That is the opposite of what Washington's offense has been able to produce. Elliott Pope on a third down and 12. He's going to take off and run. Houston's waiting for him, and he is short of the first down. So 4th and 3 for El Paso. Decision time as Elijah Blades makes the stop. It'd be a 52-yard field goal from here, or El Paso could elect to go for it.
Down. 18 Gator.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Say go.
El Paso will kick the field goal from 52 yards away. And that kick is short. I think it hit the padding underneath the uprights. Houston gets a stop. Let's see. Yeah, right off the padding, right off the UFL logo down there. That's the end of the first quarter in San Jose. 6-0 Outlaws. And Ronnie Shanahan and Houston have a little bit more pep in their step after that missed field goal that was very close to being good. Nice broken tackle from Austin. Gets down to the Florida 29-yard line. Hand off DJ Simeon to the 44. Now TJ Stevens on a third down and 4 is going to go down. Sacked by Beasley. Washington's offense asleep at the wheel again.
Hey, let's get coming. Let's go.
Woodstone spinning inside down to the 21-yard line. Washington has really struggled. They have not scored over 24 points since May 27th when they won that 40-37 shootout over New York. Woodstone with a stiff arm, but he's still not going to get the first down. Cut down to the 21-yard line as Washington has to punt. San Jose, great punt return and excellent field position up to their own 42-yard line. I believe they have field goals on each of their first 2 possessions. As Shanahan floats one over the top. Austin's got a first down. Austin and Houston, I should say, have a first down. That is DeAndre Lawson with the catch for the Herd, and that's Woodstone on the run for the Lone Stars, giving Austin a first and goal at the 3-yard line. That missed kick was 52. I couldn't agree more, Eric Vincent. Great night for UFL football, and some exciting stuff around the league, no doubt tonight. Washington and Florida, the only teams eliminated, as that's a dangerous ball from Long. That was almost pick number 25 on the season. Second down and goal into the first quarter in Houston. But we are down to just 6 game night broadcasts before we hit the playoffs. Second and goal at the 3 for Austin As Simeon takes the handoff to the 33, they're going to motion Woodstone out. Empty backfield here for Long. That pass is caught by Grady. The tight end only got a yard down to the 2-yard line. Hall flips that out, and that is caught, but for not much, only a loss of a yard. Nate Hall, 10 of 12. As Houston makes that catch on the sideline, but it's 3rd down and 1. Gonna hand it off. That's not Woodstone. Stopped at the 1-yard line. Woodstone out for fatigue. And Florida gets the goal line stop with under 9 minutes to go. Santi Valdez, welcome to the chat. These games are strategized by the people, but played by the CPU in, well, hold on a minute. 4th and goal at the 1. Austin is going for it. Jesse Long, all kinds of time, caught, touchdown. Nico Rightway with the 1-yard strike. As I was saying, as Austin delivers on 4th and goal to stretch their advantage, we use coding that no other Madden has to help get the best out of AI versus AI gameplay. Welcome to the channel. Give us a subscribe. The Virtual Football Network, home of the UFL and SFL. As McDonald makes the stop there for El Paso. It's 3rd down and 12. Houston is in scoring position. Boy, after that Jordan Herrera touchdown, you thought this game was going to go nuts. But it's settled down a little bit. San Jose is driving again. They're on the Washington 21-yard line. Let's go back to Houston for a 3rd down and 12. At the El Paso 28, Ronnie Shanahan just overthrows his receiver again. Shanahan just off the mark. That's the 2nd time. I don't know, was that Leon again on the sideline? I mean, he just whips that one almost into the 1st row. 10 is off the board as Austin gets the score. And from 45 yards out, Houston's field goal is good. Nate Hall has completed 13 passes already, but Washington is going to end up with another stop in the red zone. So San Jose will have to settle for a 3rd straight field goal. Florida tries to get something moving. The Sharks trailing 10-0 early. That ball is complete. Francis just 2 of 3 for 12 yards so far. And for San Jose, they can go up 9-0 with a 35-yard field goal. And that field goal for San Jose is good. The numbers are flowing. And if you missed the announcement that we had in the Discord server before the game, if you are on a team eliminated from the playoffs and you win Hugo tonight, you get double your winnings. And that will happen through the duration of the regular season and postseason. All right, let's reset some things here. Let's go to Austin, where good run from PJ Slaughter. El Paso's got a 1st down, where the Sharks are approaching midfield. Sauce K picking up a couple, 8 carries for 44 yards. 2nd down and 8.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's it.
Big dribble.
That's it, baby. That's it.
First down and 10 for El Paso. They are across the 50-yard line to the Houston 42-yard line. Apologies, I had some housekeeping there to do. Getting our Week 16 scores up to date. That Motor City game, if you can believe it or not, folks, I still have not seen the end of it. But I know it was wild. Florida on a 3rd down and 10. Joe Francis fires. That is incomplete. So, man, the Florida passing game just cannot find the answers against this Austin defense. Florida will have to punt again. Let's go back to California, where it's a 3rd down and 4 for the Knights. They have barely had the ball in the first half. TJ Stevens just throws it over the head of the intended target. The Washington passing game now 1 for 3 for -1 yards. As Pope Jr. takes off, he's up to 34 yards on 3 carries. He's got a 2nd and 5 coming up at the Houston 37. Woodstone's already got 7 carries on the day for 36 yards for the Lone Stars, but lacks a touchdown. Pope Jr. on a 2nd down and 5. Rockets that one for a catch to the 26-yard line. That's Eric Grammer.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Washington's got a punt again. And hops into the end zone. And the unlucky streak for Washington continues. The Knights have lost 4 of 5 after starting the season 4 and 5. But the wheels have fallen off, especially in the last couple of weeks, losing to Milwaukee 19-3, New York 24-27. 3 of those 4 losses are by 9 points or less, so it's not like they're not competitive, as they trailed by 9 right now today. Jesse Long fires to the outside, caught at the Florida 44-yard line. 54 of you watching UFL Game Night. Could we hit a UFL Game Night record tonight, perhaps? Tell your friends. There's nowhere else on the internet, I can almost guarantee it, that you're going to see 3 games at once on the same broadcast. Third down and 3, 6:08 to go in the first half. El Paso has now entered into the red zone. Elliott Pope Jr. firing inside the 5, and that's a touchdown from 19 yards away. And guess who? Jordan Herrera. El Paso takes a 13-6 lead. Again, a 19-yard score. And I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here with Jordan Herrera. The last time that El Paso played Houston, El Paso won the game 31-17. That was back on April 29th. And in that game, Jordan Herrera, just 92 yards on 5 grabs, no touchdowns. He was not the one that killed Houston on that day. But he is the one killing Houston right now, as Houston fights with Austin for the Southwest Division lead. That extra point is up and good for the Desperados. El Paso keeping their season alive. They are up 14-6 in H-Town. Houston's trying to catch Austin, who has a 10-0 lead with 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Colin, the individual games are archived in a playlist in the live streams channel. Those games, because of the lack of commentary or original content, are not monetized. And so we hide them after they are over from public view. That pass is almost picked. Jesse Long again playing with fire. He has thrown 24 passes in the first half. As Washington will take over at their own 13-yard line, but another risky throw from Jesse Long. 3rd down and 9 for Long in the Lone Stars offense. They are back in the red zone. Austin doing whatever they want in the first half. Can the Knights get their offense moving? Their defense has kept San Jose out of the end zone. Kilgore's got 21 yards on 6 carries. He's been much more effective than the the Knights passing attack today.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
2.5 to go in the first half for Austin. This is Ronnie Shanahan on 1st and 10. Fires on a crossing route to Lawson for the first down. 7 of 11 for 90 yards. Most of those misses from Shanahan have just been overthrows. Can Washington finally convert here? I don't know if they have a single first down in this half. 3rd down and 4. Stevens to the bottom. That is caught for a first down. And Washington finally has positive passing yards. Anthony, I couldn't agree more. Jesse Long, 2nd down and 3 at the 10. Fires over the middle, incomplete. Into a crowd, 3rd down for the Lone Stars, trying to extend this to a 3-score lead. 2-minute warning in San Jose, 9-0 Outlaws.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
Houston has crossed the 50. 3rd down and 3 for Austin. Long and a pass again into the back of the end zone, and Florida's secondary has been nearly superb. They gave up that touchdown on 4th and 1, but they get another pass deflection in the end zone, and Austin will have to settle for 3. Stevens just cannot hit the short accuracy. Had another guy wide open that he missed. And that game is indoors. Houston inside the 30, cutting that back. This is a 27-yard field goal from Austin. We've already had one of those, but have not had a 13 on the board. That's what we get. Just to refresh you, the playoff picture has Austin currently leading the Southwest Division, and they lead Florida 13-0. But here comes Houston, pushing into the end zone from 27 yards out. DeAndre Lawson, touchdown. Houston back down by just 2. And their first touchdown of the day. Lawson fighting to get into the end zone. And for DeAndre Lawson, that is just his 3rd touchdown in his 8th start. But it gets the Herd back within 1 score. No huddle for the Knights as they, with under a minute remaining, are driving now on San Jose as Stevens lofts that to the far side and only got a yard. The extra point is up and good for the Herd. Joe Francis over the middle, picks up 8. 3 of 5 for 20 yards for the Florida quarterback. 2nd down and 2. Let's go to San Jose where Washington's on the move. Eric Kilgore down inside the 30. And a timeout called by the Knights, putting something together here just before the half. Francis in trouble and goes down. Ruff with the takedown. Florida and Washington both trying to shed that goose egg in the first half. Memphis wanting Houston to go for 2. They would not do that until the second half of play. 1st down and 10, 26 seconds to go. 2 timeouts for Washington. Anything's in play here for TJ Stevens. Down the middle to the 5, down to the 4, and a timeout by Washington. They have 1 remaining in a couple of plays to try to punch this into the end zone. You see the Herrera montage so far today for El Paso. 2 touchdowns for their star receiver. 14-13, very entertaining game in Houston with 3:06 to go in the first half. We are watching Washington right now. 1st and goal at the 4. This is Stevens back of the end zone, nearly intercepted. Florida has to punt again. So it doesn't look like they're going to get any points here in the first half. Austin has showed up in the big spot.
Let's go, 18 Gator.
El Paso trying to get something moving. 2nd and goal, 13 seconds left. Stevens is going to be sacked. And San Jose will only give up 3 points potentially here at the end of the first half. Unless Washington elected to go for it. We've seen that a time or 2 in the UFL, teams getting aggressive when they're down close just before the half. 3rd down and 7 for El Paso, and Elliott Pope Jr. is off the mark. So the Herd get a touchdown and they get a stop back-to-back. This will be a 30-yard field goal for Washington to get on the board. Jesse Long lost the ball, and you can't advance it. Only the fumbler can advance it inside of 2 minutes. So the ball marked dead way back at the 14-yard line, and Florida calls a timeout because Austin's faced with a 3rd down and 21. The Herd touchdown was 27 yards. We already had it off the board. Jesse Long, 3rd and 21. Look at the protection. And Long can't find anybody open, and then the check down wasn't even open either. Stellar coverage down the field from Florida, and Austin will end up having to punt it away. Santi asks, why do some players have an actual good outfit and some of them look funny? How would you describe looking funny? Their players can customize their equipment. There are players on the field tonight represented by real people, and they can customize their players to look how they want them to look. So maybe somebody looks funky to you but looks awesome to them. I think that's what you mean, but let us know, Santi. Ronnie Shanahan's out of the gun in no huddle with 1:40 to go in the first half. Houston trailing 13-14 as Shanahan steps up in the pocket, takes a check down to the 49-yard line. We've reached the half in San Jose. 38 seconds to go for Florida. Can they get anything going on the board before the break? And look at the beating the double team. Raloose triplet. Beats a couple of defenders. Good wheel route from Rene Leon down to the 31-yard line. One of the best throws of the day from Ronnie Shanahan as Leon gets his 4th catch for 50 yards in the first half. Houston is on the move, beating the much smaller Allen Wood, who's 5'11". Deep ball, Joe Francis, 1st down on 2nd and 20. But Florida only has 1 timeout left. If they can get into field goal range on the next play, they might have a chance. As Houston pushes over to the 24-yard line, Francis dumps that off. 8 seconds to go, pushing down to the 40. I don't think that's going to be enough to get Florida into field goal range. Santi, you can go on UFL.football and explore the teams and their identities, and hey, maybe join a team that's destined for the playoffs on their playoff bandwagon. And look at Houston all the way down to the 3-yard line, still with 31 seconds to spare. The Herd have found their offense as Florida on the last play of the half will just chuck it to the sideline. Well, there's 1 second still left for Florida. 31 seconds, everything's in play here for Houston. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Play fake, Shanahan back of the end zone, stopping the route for a touchdown. Houston takes the lead before the break. And that's a no-namer with the grab. Who in the world is number 88, Armstrong? That's tight end 2, Tyron Armstrong for Houston. Don't often see his number called. A 3-yard score will make it 20-14. Houston capturing some momentum before the break. So both Austin and Houston now winning. If those scores were to hold, Austin would maintain their slim lead atop the division, but Houston would stay in the 8th wildcard spot at 8-7, even if San Jose wins, because Houston has the tiebreak over the Outlaws. Now, further complicating matters, Fresno is also 8-7, and that really messes up Houston's advantage there. 9-3, Washington starts the second half with the football. And despite having a putrid first half offensively, Washington is only down 6. We start the second half. I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. We've got Houston up 20-14 with 24 seconds to go in the first half as Pope's going to take a check down. I don't think much is going to be happening on this El Paso drive. Washington had to punt again. They cannot pin San Jose inside their own 5, so Nate Hall will start with it at the 20. And then Florida, the only team on the board without a point, as that ball is dropped. 5 of 11 is Joe Francis in the Sharks offense. Austin playing some pretty good defense there. Nate Hall is sacked back at the 10. And the Desperados actually get out of bounds. Heads up play by Grammer. I think I just saw that it was Elliott Pope 10 for 10. Maybe 10 for 11. Francis airing it deep to start the second half. He had 2 receivers in the general area and could not make it happen. "15 seconds left for El Paso, the last game before the break. Or the last game to hit the break. I think that was intercepted. Yes, Parker, Randy Parker, unclaimed with the pick for Austin. That is the first turnover of the game, I do believe, in Texas. Let's get another look at it. Oh, Francis thought he had it over the top. He did not. And neither does Pope Jr. on a 2nd down and 10, now 3rd down and 10. So Austin gets the interception, and Florida continues to have 0 momentum on the road against the all-black clad Austin Lone Stars. 11 carries, 48 yards for Woodstone on the day.
Here we go. 50 plant.
El Paso yak yards out of bounds with 2 seconds left. And McCreary on an 18-yard completion just got El Paso into field goal range. Now they missed just barely from 52, but this is some terrific effort right there by the Desperados to get into scoring range before the break. Woodstone, I do believe, is a 1st down for Austin at the Florida 32-yard line. 2 seconds left. El Paso is not going to kick the 51-yarder. They missed from 52. Instead, Pope Jr. gets away from 1, looking for a block. That's how the first half is going to end. You can't fault El Paso for trying to chuck it deep late, and Elliott Pope Jr. does not want to throw a pick and lose any further momentum at the end of the first half. Houston leads El Paso in a very necessary Southwest Division contest here tonight. Necessary to the playoff picture. El Paso necessary to win. And unless Florida can find anything going, the motivation for Houston to win is also very much there. There's Herrera's face kick again into the end zone. Jesse Long dropping a throw. That pass is caught into the red zone, down to the 8-yard line. There goes San Jose in the open field, down to the 6 for an outlaw 1st down. That is Santana Homan with the catch. San Jose electing to once again boost their wide receiving core as Nate Hall has given this passing attack new life.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. And
This is Jesse Long on a read option keeper from 8 yards out. And why wouldn't you dance after that trickery? That's a 6-yard touchdown from San Jose. Back-to-back red zone scores. Derek Culberson with the touchdown, but I gotta admit, Jesse Long's read option keeper, much more impressive. This season, Long averages just 4.6 yards a carry, but it is his 4th rushing touchdown of the season as El Paso's got a 1st down to the 36-yard line. Now Austin going for 2 to try to go up 21-0. San Jose is going for 2, trying to go up 17-3, and neither one. Oh, Culberson almost broke away. Both 2-point tries fail, which means that San Jose now leads 15-3. And, man, you got to bring that in. That almost looked like a fumble. I mean, right way he's standing there. He's got 2 feet down in the end zone. I'm kind of surprised that was not ruled a touchdown. Look at the effort by Culberson in the upper left-hand corner. He was trying to stretch out for the goal line, and he just could not get there. Oh, Elliott Pope a little bit off target, but a zipper down to the Houston 45-yard line. That's Brunson with the catch. Coming up in prime time tonight, Mike Daggs and Ramos Lynn are in Albuquerque. The Atomics are eliminated, but Salt Lake trying to clinch the West's #1 seed. And they can do that in part with a win or a Dakota loss. And Dakota is in the other primetime matchup tonight, hosting Miami, 2 division winners that are fighting for seeding. Eric Vinson and Josh Zirkle on the call for that game. A 5-pack of UFL games after Monday night's Salt Lake Albuquerque primetime game was postponed due to a power outage. Hand off to PJ Slaughter of El Paso, and he pushes the pile forward to the 36-yard line. Florida is still with a goose egg on the board, and that pass wildly inaccurate. Francis, 5 of 14. What has happened to Florida today? I hope that's a joke, sir.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Automatic first down.
Yeah, it is. Thanks for freaking me out and totally derailing my broadcast, though.
Hey, take 4, take 4.
Florida, they just came off a 31-20 win over New Orleans. They took Miami to overtime. They scored 41 against Rochester, 33 against Charlotte. I mean, 30-plus points in 3 of their last 4 games. And they have nothing today against Austin. They got a punt again. TJ Stevens over the middle. That's caught for a Washington first down to the 45-yard line.
Go, go, let's run, hey, run.
19 was already off the board.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask on Houston. That puts El Paso down to the Houston 14-yard line. So the Desperados are in the red zone with 9:20 to go in the third quarter of play. A couple of blowouts on the left side, although the San Jose game not necessarily doesn't feel like a blowout just yet, but until Washington can do anything offensively consistently, kind of feels that way. Woodstone up to 70 rushing yards as Austin continues their onslaught. And, on paper, Florida winners of 4 out of 5. This looked like was going to be a very challenging matchup for the Austin Lone Stars to try to maintain their lead in the division, but that has not come to pass as Elliott Pope Jr. also does not pass and runs down to the 4-yard line, 3rd and inches. Roback with the tackle.
Let's go now.
Pope Jr. out of the gun on 3rd down and short from the 4. Elliott looking, takes up and runs and is tripped up from behind. Actually lost a half a yard. It's 4th and 1 for El Paso. Decision time down 6. Meanwhile, Washington's crossed the 50. They have an opportunity here to strike back against the Outlaws, trailing 15-3. 4th and 1 for El Paso. They're going to go for it. Their season is on the line at the 5-yard line. Pope Jr. going to hand it off up the gut at the line, and the forward progress stopped at the 3, but it's good enough for an El Paso first down. The drive continues for the Desperados with 7:45 to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 3 for Austin. Jesse Long, play fake for Pope, back of the end zone, score! Desperados tie the game at 20. Brunson with the catch in the back of the end zone, waving to the El Paso faithful that made the trip. About 8 hours east Look at the feet. That is a beautiful view. Right way with the catch. Austin's across the 50. Stevens just took a sack, so 3rd down and 19 for Washington going backwards. There is a review in Houston. 3rd and long. Stevens, jump ball, out of play. 12 of 18 for 103 yards, and it looks like the drive's going to end. Landry Williams, the star corner in San Jose, with the very tight coverage. Austin on the move again to the Florida 29-yard line, 6:26 to go. In the 3rd quarter, they are our closest team now to scoring position as El Paso takes a 21-20 lead.
Let's go.
Long inside the 20. That's the tight end Grady down to the 16. Austin has an opportunity to make this a 4-score game and really put this out of reach. A shocking performance by Florida here today, and Austin for that matter, as Long checks it down to the 13-yard line. 26 of 39 for Jesse Long just halfway through the 3rd quarter. Right now, the big game of the day is El Paso, Houston, 21-20, back and forth all day long. Desperados and Hurd, handoff Woodstone. It's 3 more down to the 10. 3rd and 4 coming up for Austin. Nate Hall to the sideline, picks up 23. Hall quietly today, 22 of 27 for 292 yards. That is Riley's 7th catch. Jesse Long, 3rd down and 4 at the 10, and finds a receiver. Touchdown! Maldonado from 10 yards away. Maldonado's 4th touchdown of the season. Catches that one low and inside. It is all Austin. 25-0. $26-0. Confirming that the El Paso touchdown was from 3. Yes, it was from 3. So no 2 off the board. 26 Zippo. Third down and 7 for San Jose. Up 15-3. Trying to improve to 8-7. And if all's, well, Houston is trailing, so I guess if that score holds, it would be Austin leading the division, and then it would be San Jose and Fresno in the last 2 wild card spots, with Houston in the hunt, along with El Paso and Phoenix, all 3 of them in the hunt at 7 and 8, hoping for Week 17 chaos. 331 to 74 in total yards in the Austin, Florida game. We have hit the 4th quarter in San Jose.
Ready? 6 by 56. Here we go, here we go.
Nate Hall dropping a throw, a little slant or in cut inside. Picking up 3, 2nd down and 7. Houston has to punt it away, and they shank it out of bounds. That's a 25-yard kick. Sauce K around the end gets a few. There's Pope Jr.'s numbers, 14 of 21, 216 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. 6.
They take over with pretty good field position. 5:40 to go in the 3rd quarter, up by 1. Nate Hall continues to sling it. There is going to be a very good team in the Western Conference that gets left out of these playoffs. I mean, you've got Austin well on their way to 8-7. San Jose is on their way to 8-7 unless they completely collapse. Potentially, Houston could get to 8-7. A stop on the next play will help. 3rd down and 1. But not all of those teams can make it. Fresno is 8-7. Yeah, it's a mess down in the West. Oh, Houston just jumped offside on 3rd. Oh, no, they called false start. Whoa. That's a big penalty for the Desperados. 3rd down and 6. Puts Pope Jr. in an empty backfield. And Elliott cannot convert, so a false start penalty disrupts the Desperado offense. And they will have to punt the football. Houston gets the stop. 2nd down and 8 for Nate Hall. Hall going to take off, but is taken down. Cavness volunteers his tribute. 3rd and 12 for San Jose. That is a Florida 1st down to the Austin 46-yard line. This punt is extremely high from Austin. Blades with the return up to the 27-yard line. The Herd trailing by 1, but still 4:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. Nate Hall, 3rd down and 12, going to float that one to the back of the end zone, and it is ruled an interception. Pass picked off by Jay Hayden. So Washington able to get a stop. It's just a 2-score game. That was just a floater to nowhere, and for Hayden, that's interception number 4 on the season. O'Neal runs that route out of the back of the end zone, and I don't know that Hayden got both feet in. Tough angle there. 1st down coming up for the Herd. Oh man, Florida on an RPO. That was wide open. Francis just missed him. 7 of 18 today.
Go now. 10-2 stop.
Let's go to a critical 3rd down and 6 for Florida. They are desperate. 26-0. Now that would be a miracle comeback. Now a flag on Houston for delay of game. Deep shot for the Sharks there in the red zone. All the way down to the 8-yard line. Finally able to get something going. Riggs with the catch. Screen pass to Kilgore. Kilgore breaking free near midfield. First down for Houston at the 42-yard line of El Paso as DJ Simeon takes off and runs.
Ready? 8-3.
From the 8-yard line. In the final stages of the 3rd quarter, 1st and goal, Florida trying to finally get the shutout off their resume. 1st down, Washington, 8:28 to go in the 4th quarter. TJ Stevens rifles one incomplete. Shanahan, 1st down for the Herd. Down to the 35-yard line. Sauce K, pretty run to the 6. Sitting on 22 called numbers, right in the fringe of when the Yugos start flowing. This is Shanahan deflected at the line. El Paso's defensive front gets in there. 3rd down and goal, meanwhile, for Florida, trying to get on the board from the 6. 3rd down and 3 for Houston. 21-20 they trail. It'd be a 52-yard field goal from here. Handoff, DJ Simeon, I don't think he got it. And Austin with the pick.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
4th and inches for Houston. Simeon missed a wide open gap to the left side. And Florida in the red zone throws it away. Clark Lofton, the 2nd pick of the day. Now this field goal is from 50 for Houston to give them the lead. 50-yard field goal is good. No problems there for the Herd. And 50's off the board. Nate Hall, 25 of 32, 322 yards. Does not have a touchdown today and 1 pick. 7:42 left in that one. We go to San Jose, where Nate Hall is still slinging it. 343 passing yards. Time is running out on the Washington comeback. They just had to punt it away again. 23 is off the board, along with that 50. Jesse Long going to drop the throw for Austin. Great protection. And then Long smartly slides at the 29-yard line. Austin is challenging. They are looking for, they're pulling at straws here at this point. 296 to 293 in total yards in the El Paso-Houston game. Advantage Desperados. That one to the sideline will give them one more. Well, Austin doesn't score off of the interception, but they do waste a little bit more time. 9:48 to go. The ruling on the field stands. Washington's going to lose a timeout. Down to 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. The handoff going to P.J. Slaughter of El Paso. They cannot bring him down. He picks up 5. Void, you got your YOU earlier? I didn't see you give your card ID number. Elliott Pope Jr. back to pass on 3rd down and 4. He's going to take off and run, and he is short. 4th and 1 again for El Paso. Now, they went for it earlier in the game, and it's going to be interesting because we're going to hit the end of the quarter. So that's going to change the logic there. What will El Paso do on 4th and 1 at the 35 as we hit the 4th quarter? 3rd down and 2 for San Jose as Washington seeks a stop, and they'll get a stop. El Paso will elect to punt, down 2 to start the quarter. Houston starting to turn momentum here a little bit. And a good punt return to the 36-yard line. You got one. Why isn't anybody claiming YOU's? Come on, guys. You got to give me a chance. It's muscle memory. Let's see. Rob Ems doing vertical tonight. And you got it on the 4th row. So Rob's good. And Renee Leon's good. Vertical on the left side. And Houston's Leon on the field. Cannot hold on to that one. 3rd down and 7. Washington needs something on this drive. 5:45 to go in the 4th. And honestly, they need a touchdown because they're down 12. I don't know how I missed it. Sorry, folks. So I've got Rob and Renee's YOU's. If there was any others I missed, please let me know. 3rd down and 7. And Houston is called for illegal touching. That's on DR Simeon. Houston's had a ton of penalties. Florida is in the red zone down to the 2-yard line. So the Sharks finally making quick work, but that illegal touching is going to make it 4th down for Houston. Joe Francis from 2 yards out. That's a touchdown. And 2's off the board. 26-6. Too little, too late for the Sharks. Potentially too little, too late for the Knights. 15-3. Deep ball down the field. Got behind Blue Crush. And it's a touchdown from 67 yards out for Washington. And all of a sudden, the Knights are back in this thing. There goes McCreary down to, no, Pope Jr. to Brunson down the sideline of the Houston 42-yard line. Oh my goodness. All 3 games with monster plays. And El Paso's right back in business. Washington can make this 15-10 and hold everything. After not doing much of anything all day long, the Knights have got San Jose in a little bit of a panic right now. So does El Paso to Houston. Inside the 20. Red zone El Paso. A pair of 7-7 teams right now on the ropes on game night. Neil Rivers, Hugo card, number 9. You got it on the 4th row. That's our 3rd Hugo of the night. 21-23, Houston's up by 2 in the 4th quarter. PJ Slaughter to the 7. Washington will kick it deep. They can play defense. 4:59 to go in the 4th quarter. Second and 1 at the 7 for the Desperados. This is Pope on the run, sliding down to the 3. May have had a shot to score, but El Paso a little content to burn some time here. 9:12 to go in the 4th. Under 5 to go in San Jose. And play action for Pope Jr. goes down at the 11-yard line. Culberson for San Jose dropped in the backfield for a loss of 1. Remember, Washington burned a timeout on a failed challenge. 4th and 3 for Austin. They have to punt it away. So Florida with 6:36 to go, still down by 3 scores, but fighting here in the 4th. 2nd and goal for the Desperados at the 11-yard line. Pope Jr. drops to throw. He dumps it short. Down to the 8. Riley on 2nd and long has a run for 8 yards. A critical 3rd down and 3 coming up for Washington's defense, as Florida will get the first down. And he needs that 33. Ron Haynes needs that 49. Elliott Pope Jr., 3rd and goal at the 8. And he runs and slides at the 4. Houston was there to make sure that he didn't get into the end zone, and if you're El Paso, you kind of don't have a choice here. Got to take the points and try to take the lead in this ball game. 21-yard field goal for the Desperados is good, and that gives them a 24-23 lead. The 26th called Hugo number tonight. 7:13 left. Desperados up by 1. And San Jose did convert the first down, but they run a route to the sideline there, so that stops the clock with 3:05 to go. 2nd down and 7 for the Outlaws. San Jose's pass caught. I think that's another first down to the Washington 45. So the Knights getting desperate here. They just need a stop, give their offense another shot. B.J. Simeon, 26 yards on 3 carries in the second half. Francis has the blitz picked up. That pass is caught at the Austin 41-yard line. Mark Anthony, one of the best catches of the day. Too bad that game has been non-competitive for the last half hour. No, you may not, Ron. As Shanahan's got a completion. Oh, football picked up by El Paso. Oh, man, D.R. Simeon was fighting for extra yards. What happened on this play? Breaks through 1, 2, 3, thrown down. Ooh, that looks like maybe the elbow was down. He got hit. Man, he just got sandwiched. He was getting hit from all directions, and finally the ball popped out. There's Jordan Herrera's numbers. Under 5 to go now in Austin. Wide open. Man, Washington can't get off the field. They are out of timeouts. There is now a booth review in Houston. Was the ball, this is going to be a great angle. I think the ground actually caused the fumble. You can see the tip of the football. Wow, that is really close. If it's overturned, it's Houston football as Florida gets a touchdown from 18 yards out. That call has been overturned, but Florida surprisingly back-to-back touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and the Sharks kind of making a game of it here. 26-14. 2 minutes to go now in San Jose, and how about this from the Outlaws? They got the ball with 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and they might not surrender this football back to Washington. 2nd and 6 for Houston, jump ball there, can't make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6 for the Herd, down 1. Nate Hall throwing on 2nd and 4. San Jose is feeling it. Nate Hall just got over 400 yards passing. It's been a while since we've seen a 400-yard passing game by a quarterback in the UFL as Houston gets up to the El Paso 38-yard line. Now victory formation for the Outlaws. Boy, they got a scare late. Onside kick coming for Florida. And a dribbler is recovered by Austin. 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And that's out of play, so San Jose will take knees. Will we get another HOU number? The last one off the board was the 18-yard touchdown by Florida. We've had 27 called numbers. That's on the higher side of things. Shanahan on a 2nd down and 10. Floats to the outside. That's caught with 5:27 to go. Final in San Jose. Mike Woodstone protecting the football all the way out to the 22-yard line of Florida. San Jose is going to improve to 8-7, and for the time being now has the number 8 seed in the Western Conference, dropping Houston outside the top 8. But the Herd down to the 13-yard line for a first down. That's DeAndre Lawson. Under 5 to go now, and that concludes HOU for the evening. Your playoff picture as we come down to the final stages. Right now, Austin 8-7, San Jose 8-7, Houston a question mark. As El Paso tries to join the 7-8 club with Portland and Phoenix, Houston hopes not to join him there. 1st and 10 of the 13. Shanahan's pass is incomplete. Florida is going to have to start taking some timeouts. 4.5 left for Houston in the fourth quarter. Now the good news for the Herd is that they are in field goal range, and that's all they need right now.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
3rd down and 10 at the 13. Jesse Long going to throw for it on 3rd down and 9 for a touchdown. Just in case you're curious, that was from 21 yards, no big deal. Grady with the catch, and a sack from Winter of the Desperados will force another field goal, our 3rd straight drive that will end in a field goal attempt in Houston. Remember, Miami takes on Dakota, 2 of the top 5 teams in the league right now, in Sioux Falls, with Eric Vincent and Josh Zirkel on the call of the conclusion of the games in Texas. We also have a double dip of Mike Daggs and Ramos Lynn, as that field goal is good. Mike Daggs and Ramos Lynn on the call of Salt Lake and Albuquerque, as Salt Lake goes for the number 1 seed. Or at least locking up the number 1 seed. They currently have the number 1 seed. If Houston loses, they're kind of cooked. Not necessarily. If all these 8 and 7 teams, all these 7 and 8 teams, well, they could all end up 8 and 8. And then at that point, you're looking at tiebreakers and conference records and things like that. However, I will say that what hurts the Herd and what makes this sort of, a desperate time for them is that they're only 4 and 6 in conference. El Paso, they're what a big hit! Oh my goodness! Fumble recovery on the kickoff, touchdown Houston! The Herd go up by 8. Wham! That might have been the biggest hit on special teams this year. Boom! On Cromartie. Touchdown, Houston. Miles into the end zone for the score, and Elliott Pope cannot believe it, as Austin is trying to get to 8 and 7. Houston's trying to get to 8 and 7, and if that happens, El Paso is eliminated from playoff contention. .317 left, all 3 timeouts for the Desperados, but certainly shell-shocked are the Desperados as Florida gave up a touchdown on that last drive. So we're down to 2 minutes to go in Austin, 33-14. The Lone Stars are going to get to 8 and 7, and it's not too late to start looking at the final week of the regular season. Okay, Houston takes on Phoenix. The Skyhawks are 7 and 8. Houston is 8 and 7. Nothing decided in the Southwest, even if these scores hold.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So that's big. Now Austin will take on El Paso on the final night of the regular season, Friday, September 5th. So everyone in the Southwest playing each other. In fact, every game in the final week of the season is a divisional matchup. As Pope Jr. drops to throw for El Paso, they're going to need to kick it up in high gear. How about in the Metro? Rochester takes on New York Saturday, August 30th. That's a huge game. Fresno at San Diego, Wednesday, August 27th. That's a huge game. That's a catch. Pope Jr. to McCreary down to the Houston 43-yard line. Never say die for the Desperados. They're in no huddle, down by 9. Pope Jr. looking, difficult catch at the 28-yard line. And Houston's going to challenge that with 2:25 on the clock. Oh, that's a catch. McCreary gets a hand and an elbow down. Oh, that is a pretty catch from McCreary out of the backfield. Florida not burning timeouts, down to 30 seconds to go. Austin playing out the stretch, and Houston has just lost a timeout. They don't really need it, though, with 2:25 to go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Motor, how about Tuesday, September 2nd, Motor City at Milwaukee. Milwaukee plays Tennessee later this week, so the Stags certainly have their season right in front of them. And Tennessee faces Dallas. A field goal in the waning moments of the game in Austin makes that 36-14. Pope Jr. overthrows his intended receiver with 2:20 left. Final night of the regular season. Miami will be playing Florida for seeding. Tennessee and Dallas, El Paso, Austin, monster games. Denver, Albuquerque, the only game that doesn't much matter in that final night of the regular season block. There goes Pope Jr. all the way down to the 9. They won't get another playoff before the 2-minute warning, but El Paso is in the red zone with all 3 timeouts still in their pocket.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
2 minutes to go in Houston, 33-24.
Keep playing hard. Here we go. You can't reach. Mike 52. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Pope Jr., first and goal. Fires back of the end zone. Out of bounds. Wow. Out of bounds. Second and goal at the 9. It looked like, man, it looked like he had it. Second and goal for El Paso. The handoff. McCreary down to the 4. You're going to get a 10-second runoff no matter what, although I guess you wouldn't on an incompletion. Third and goal, Desperados. 1:38 to play. This is Pope, and it's knocked away. In the end zone, beautiful pass breakup, 4th down and goal for the Desperados, and I think you got to kick the field goal here, because it would make it a 1-score game. Jesse making a good point. Austin now 7-3 since they started 1-4. El Paso will take the field goal. Okay, chat, I want to know. 1:34 left in the 4th quarter. All 3 timeouts for El Paso. Should they kick it deep and play defense, or should they onside kick with 1:31 to go in the 4th? Let me know in the chat. Situational football, that's what it's all about. El Paso gets 3. 1:31 to go. All 3 timeouts for the Desperados. Well, of course, they have to kick it, Jesse. Okay, all right, kick it, play D. Boyd says play D. And they will kick it deep. So, kneel down.
Let's go.
For Houston, 1:31 to go. We're going to go full screen with this bad boy.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's
See if we can make it happen.
Set, go. Set, go.
Well, apparently not. Oh, that was I moved the wrong game. That's why.
You got it. You got it. Ha ha, you got it.
Ah. Oh my goodness gracious. I just did a terrible thing. I don't know what just happened. I just we need a little work on the on one screen department. I just turned on everything basically. Okay, well, I just broke everything. The entire setup here for game night is broken. So that's going to be a lot of more work for me. That's going to be super fun. 1:23 to go. El Paso with 1 timeout. Can they get the stop? They can get the stop. And El Paso calls the timeout. Now they have no timeouts remaining.
Let's get it.
I still have no idea what in the world happened. But El Paso's going to get a chance to win this game.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
There we go. That's what I was trying to do earlier. First and 10, 1:15 to go. The Southwest Division hangs in the balance here. Austin 8-7 after their win. And Pope Jr. will float it down the field to the 39-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. When you kick it deep and burn all three of your timeouts defensively, you don't have a chance to reset. El Paso's got to get out of bounds or throw an incompletion to get some type of reset, as Pope Jr. will fire. Now that's incomplete. So El Paso will get the situational reset here. 2nd and 10, 44 seconds to go.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
El Paso trying to keep their season alive. They got a defensive stop and a field goal on their previous possession. Pope Jr. dumps it off to Slaughter. He's in no man's land. That is a problem for El Paso.
Here comes the boom.
Now they can't reset. 3rd down and 7. 28 seconds and counting. Oh, that is not what they needed right there. No huddle. Oh, man, and now they're handing it off to Slaughter. But they can't reset. 15 seconds left. They're going to get one more playoff here. It's 4th down for El Paso. Houston trying to hang on. Down to 6, down to 5. Got to get something deep down the field. Herrera's at the top of the screen. 2 seconds. Pope Jr. fires on an out route. That is incomplete, or that is caught, but that is the end of the game. El Paso comes up short. They had no timeouts to stop the clock. They didn't get a reset in the final 40 seconds. And the Houston kick return fumble, return for a touchdown, ended up being the difference in this game. And we still have some work to do across the league. We know it. Just a couple of things. My goodness. Well, cue the outro. Wow, that was a wild way to finish it. And Houston is going to end up 8-7 along with Austin. Phoenix still has a shot at 7-8. El Paso is out at 6-9. We got a pair of primetime games coming up. I have to completely reset my system, and we got to get moving. San Jose holds off Washington 15-10. And Austin takes care of business against Florida 36-14. A wild night on game night. Just weeks away from wild card week of the UFL playoffs. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time.